Well, it was a great win for us, and I can't say enough about our kids. They raised their level of play, raised their intensity, and especially after Jeremiah went down. I remember we were walking out at halftime. I said, "We're going to win this one for you, Jeremiah." But he was engaged in the game. I thought we just had outstanding effort throughout the lineup, and guys, that really played their best basketball tonight, the best, most complete game we've had all year long. But we've been playing better. We played better. We've had some hiccups this year, especially in some. But the last two games, we really have executed a lot better. But again, we beat a very good Houston team. Kelvin Sampson and staff, they've done a great job. And Rob Gray is a young man that we tried to recruit at Texas Tech, and he's given us the blues ever since. But but I like the way all of our guys perform, especially Jamario having his best game ever here. He's just his heart and soul. He plays with so much heart and so much hustle. Rainier Thornton just really outstanding. And then a guy like Malik Rose, who we've suspended. He's just stuck in there. He persevered. Really happy for those young men and for the team. Any questions?
You mentioned Malik Rose. Do you think the suspension helped him refocus on everything?
Well, yeah, young man. People make mistakes. I've made mistakes, and you try to correct them and move on. And he's responded in a positive way, and that's what you expect. And so I'm happy for him. He came in and did an outstanding job for us. Because, Kareem Bruton was sick today. He was, I was concerned about him, whether he would be able to play. And he's had some, I guess, a chest cold or something going on. But he raised his level of play as well.
Tubby, do you have an update on Jeremiah's condition? What is the injury?
Well, he's in a boot. I think they just think it's a sprain, but he's going to have an MRI tomorrow, and they'll find out for them. Yes, his ankle.
And then I noticed you've changed shirts. Was there like a spirited celebration in the?
Yeah, I walked in there and I was going in to dance, and then they threw water on me, so I didn't dance because I thought I might fall down. But it was fun to see the guys so happy, and because they've been sort of much maligned. I don't know why, but that's life, and that's the way I try to explain to them. That's what. You're going to deal. You're going to have adversity. You're going to have things that are going to happen to you in life. And hopefully you'll be stronger because you've lived through it and performed. And tonight was one of those nights that they'll remember, and we can build on this.
What'd you think of Houston putting Rob Gray on Jamario Rivers and how he responded to that, and then the challenge of him guarding Rob Gray on the other end in the second half?
Well, Rob Gray, you can't guard him one-on-one. It was pretty obvious with 30 points. And, we tried to do some things there. At the end, we did make the adjustment to try to trap him instead of we had some breakdowns because we wanted to force him to the what we call ice, or force him. And then Mike Parks was supposed to come over, but he's so quick, he'd get past him, and he would dart back and cross over. And so then we decided to trap him at the end there. And I thought that was a little bit better, but it didn't do much to slow him down. It was just, I guess that's where it worked out. They both had pretty good games guarding each other. We just couldn't get the ball. It's hard to, I tell players all the time, mismatches don't beat you. Open shots do. And so we did a good job because it's hard in college basketball for players just not that good. They can't find mismatches like they do in the NBA. Those guys are pros. So now you get a guy like Rob Gray switching on Jamario. Jamario's not going to be able to post him up because he's too quick, and he's probably just as physical. But it was, I thought he gave it the best effort he could, and I thought he did a good job on Rob at times.
It was a sequence there tonight where Peter Kevin Davenport got hit with an elbow. I think you got a technical tonight. I think your first since you've been here at the University of Memphis, man. What did you see on that play?
First in a long time. I can't remember the last one I got. I think I said BS, but that's, I mean, if I I know a lot of people say a lot worse, but I really apologize for losing my cool. I really don't do that, and it can cost you. But I hope it didn't. I think our guys were a little bit energized, but they were already playing pretty good at the time, and I thought the call was just, I haven't seen it yet, but I've never seen that on a rebound. You belly up on the guy. So, but that's the way it goes.
Tubby, the players talked about how they thought they could win a game like this, but doing it kind of solidified what they thought they were capable of. What can a win like this do going forward for the rest of the season for these guys?
I hope it inspires them to listen, and they did a good job of following the game plan. And that's the toughest thing for them, is just to be able to focus for an extended period of time, and I thought they did that tonight. It's still, guys have to learn that your emotions, you got to play with emotion without being emotional, and that's a real challenge for us. I thought at the end that was a real problem. And one of the things is, act like you've been here before. You're supposed to make that three. You're supposed to make that stop. That's what we taught you to do. And so those are things that we have to, that just takes some time to mature, and our guys are maturing, and that just takes time. So, and hopefully they can learn from this and understand this is what it takes every minute and every second that they're on the court. And then being more serious-minded. They've always been a kind of, fun group, and good kids to be around, but it's a time for work and it's a time for play. And I think they're starting to understand that.
Is it all joy for you when you get a win like this, or is there a little bit of sense of relief to get one?
I've been around too long. Relief, joy, it's all in. I'm joyful when I see my grandkids. I'm joyful that Chris Faulkner, baby's born. Joy, that's a big word. I'm satisfied. I'm pleased, but I know we have to get better, and we can be better, and we should be better, and that's what my expectations are, and that's what I expect our play, and that's the thing you have to convince players of. It's hey, I'm one of the most fun-loving, joyful guys can be, but when we're not playing like you're supposed to, you're not playing the right way. I'm not, but I'm happy tonight. I'm happy with our performance and pleased with it.
But Tubby, with all that being said, what it can do for the confidence of this team with a three-game winning streak and now 3 games left. We talked to you a couple of weeks ago about playing your best basketball towards the end of the season, and you have an opportunity to do that. What do you think this win can do for the confidence of your young team as you play these last couple of games of the regular season?
Well, we've got to go to Connecticut, so we've got to win the next day. We've got to win tomorrow's practice. And if we can do that, then we have a chance. That's how I operate, because it's too far to look ahead. And every day it's got to be a teaching. I mean, it's been in a real. But I've loved teaching, and for players that's hard, because why is Coach on me so much? Why is he on my ass constantly? Because you have to get better, because I'm not, good is not good enough when better is expected, and I expect them to be a lot better and to be a lot farther along. But this is certainly going to build confidence. It'll build confidence in me that I can play Malik Rose, that Rainier Thornton is making shots. Heck, that Jamario Rivers is Mike Parks, Victor Eno. I get a lot more confidence in them, and that they can get the job done when they're put in the position to do it.
You mentioned in December, Coach, about when your team was stringing together some wins, that a young team also has to learn how to handle success. As you go to a struggling UConn team Sunday, how important is it to hey, put this one in the rearview mirror, knowing that that's another game that you need to get done?
Well, I know how to do that. They won't be looking past tomorrow. They just won't. They'll want to, and their mind is telling them to, but I won't let it happen. I've been there too many times. I've been in this business 45 years. I know what to do. I'm secure in who I am, and I'm pretty damn successful at what I do.
Obviously limited when Jeremiah goes out with the backcourt. At about the I think it's 9:58 to be exact, 9:58 mark, second half, 3-point game, you go with Rhodes and you take out Johnson. Was that just a feel right there because it made a lot of difference? It made me getting another ball handler in Rhodes. Why did you
Jamal
make that
was
move?
struggling. Jamal was really struggling to defend, and he looked very nervous. And we needed a better. And I gotta be honest, Malik has been playing a lot better in practice. And with Jamal, without Jeremiah, we needed another ball handler.
Rainier has really been shooting well from three over this last stretch after really struggling to do that in junior college. What have y'all worked on with him? What's it been like in practice?
Not looking at the ball, concentrating on looking at the rim. It's a hard habit to break. Maybe the hardest habit in shooting to break. But I got to give him credit. He's been in that gym on the shooting machine. I mean, he's been in there working his butt off, and it's paying off. I mean, you see, you had to change. You have to change things. When you've been a poor shooter, you've got to. It's like anything else. You got bad habits. You got to find a way to change them. And the only way I know how to change is repetition. And he's been willing to do that. So, again, I'm really happy for him because he really stepped up tonight big time. 9 for 9 from the free throw lines. Heck, he was horrible from the free throw line and from threes up until tonight for the last couple games. Any questions? Anything else? All right.
It's about 1:15 or so to go. They'd cut the lead to 4. The shot clock was almost out, and Kareem found Parks cutting toward the rim. Was that the kind of play in that kind of situation that might not have been made earlier in the year, but those guys have progressed to the point instinctively knew what to do there?
Yeah, he was, because he did it in the, Kareem did a great job. Where were we? It's down in Texas, down in Dallas against SMU. He settled down after having like 5 turnovers in the second half. But he really did some good things and made some plays. And when we play under control and we execute the play is there. If you just run the play like it's been designed, screen like you're supposed to screen, and be willing to pass it. That's what you get. You get a layup and a guy open. And you got to find there was a defensive breakdown that they had. They were trying to help on the pick and roll, and Mike went to the right spot and because he's moving well without the ball. Mike is healthier, and they're performing better and they're trusting one another. Thank you.